Hello, my friends. It's me, Karen Valentine. I'm finally, oh my goodness, finally able to do a color along, the first of the year. So it's taken me a little while longer to get to this because I've been sick and that has not been fun. But I'm on the mend and finally feel good enough, I think, to be able to get through a video and not cough and hack all the way through it. So, yeah, so this is an image by Derya Draws, ColorN'Chicks on Etsy. And I actually won this image last year during the Spooktober event. And I knew I wanted to do a color along for it. So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to get started on that today. So it feels so good to be back. I felt like something very important to me was missing for several months. So I'm happy to be here now, finally. So, okay. So I did print this on my tan cardstock, the Desert Storm by Nina, and there's a link to that in the description box below. It has turned into my favorite paper, so much so that sometimes it's hard for me to color on white paper because it's the techniques are a little different, and you get out of the habit of doing stuff, and I certainly have gotten out of the habit of coloring on white paper. So, but the results that you get with the tan paper are so incredible that I just couldn't resist doing it again. So when I work on the tan paper, I do like to start with white first. It lets me kind of get those highlights laid down, and something that you can't do on white paper. You really can't see your highlights when you do them. So I'm just gonna kind of just start playing, and I hope everybody is doing well. I know this year is not starting off, at least for me, really great. Somebody said, I saw a meme somewhere, or somebody had said to me that 2021 is like the redneck guy that says to 2020, here, watch this, hold my beer. So who knows what we are in store for this year? I don't know. All I know is I am very, very, very grateful that I have coloring to play with, because Lordy, if I didn't, who knows what mental health I would be in. I'm not doing this in any order or logical way. It's just kind of wherever I see a place where I'm pretty sure I'm going to want the white. Tops of her cheekbones, I think, would be a little bit light. And let's see, we'll do a little bit here. Sometimes with these heavier grayscale, sometimes I find it hard to figure out where I want those highlights. Okay, let's do a little bit at under her brow. That would be sticking out, so that would be a little bit brighter. And is that it? Let's do a little bit here on her nose. Let's see. I think, oh, let's see. She's got a little bit of a collarbone right here. And a little bit right there. Okay, I'm not sure what that white line is here. So I think I'm going to ignore it. Now we're going to switch to Chestnut. Not sure if that's, you know, that might be just hair, not forehead. Let's see. Do I want to treat that as, I might want to treat that as, I can't tell if it's supposed to be wispy hair, like, and this is actually forehead. I guess we can do it either way, so maybe I'll let that be hair. This, however, is going to be forehead. So being sick and not working and not having the energy to really do much of any kind of work, I have gotten a lot of coloring pages done because I have a really hard time just laying around. I don't do well just laying around. So at least if I'm trying to rest, I can sit at my desk and color, and then if I get too wore out, I just go and lay down for a little while. I did a lot of that over the last couple weeks. Okay. Try and remember to turn my pencil kind of take advantage of the sharp edge so I don't have to sharpen it as often. So I'm using very light pressure right now because I want to be able to build up as many layers as I can. And this paper takes the pencil really nicely, so. So I'm not zoomed in. I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm not really doing anything that I think warrants being really zoomed in. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something here for a minute. There are a lot of colored pages and artists, especially in the grayscale work, where when they do their drawing, they have this white, this light line that runs around like the bottom edge of the jaw. In this case, you can, she's got it going on here and here. So I thought I would share with you maybe my take on this. Some people, some colorists like to really accentuate that line and make it quite white and bright. And that's fine. But I personally, when I do mine, I guess I like to think of that as, it's because for me what it is it's the reflection of light is what the artist is trying to give you. And so when I see those lines, I tend to not make them super bright white, but just let them be slightly lighter than the rest of the face, because I feel like that is a reflected light, which would not be as bright as a as a highlight, if that makes any sense. So please know that if you like to do it quite bright and really stand out, that is totally fine. It is a creative interpretation and a creative thing that you could do however you want. But I just thought I would explain why I don't do it super white and bright like that. And you guys have to choose which way you prefer to do it, because there's no right way or wrong way. It's just personal preference and opinion. So that looks pretty good. I feel like my pencil's getting, and it's not even that small. I get so comfortable with long pencils. I think it's more because I'm trying to keep my hand out of being on the, covering what I'm doing more than anything. All right, let's move on to our neck. It's a little complicated, all mixed in with all the hair right here. I can't quite tell where I'm supposed to put the skin. I think that's okay. And I think there's also a lot of shadows drawn in here already too, so. She's quite the buxom little elf. Okay, something that we don't have drawn in here, but I think she would have, would be just a little divot right there. Hope I'm right. Okay, do I want any more shading? Can always come back and add more. Okay. So I think, do I want to go to the, let's go ahead and do light peach. And we'll see what happens. Oh, I want to show you guys this, before we keep going, I want to show you this pencil sharpener. This was sent to me by Annie. It was on my Amazon wish list, and she very sweetly sent this to me to try, and I love it. It is a Derwent pencil sharpener. It's a battery-operated sharpener. It takes 4 AA's. But what I really like about it, in addition to it being very quiet, is that the lead sharpens to a short point as opposed to a long point, which is what my other sharpener does. Now, I like both of them for different reasons, but especially for Prismas, having that short little point can come in really handy to help you not break your lead. And it's just a quick little sharpen is all it takes. So it almost also feels like it's not using up as much pencil when I sharpen. So that's a nice little battery-powered sharpener. And it does, even though it's not a helix style, which is what I prefer for my Prismas, the blade does go around the pencil rather than, you know, you turning the pencil like you do in a manual sharpener. It does go around it, and so that also helps to keep it from breaking. So anyway, just a nice little battery-operated pencil sharpener. I really liked it. And again, if you could try and remember to turn your pencil a little bit as you work, it helps to keep that point a little sharper. I would also like to welcome all of my new subscribers to the channel. I am very grateful that even though for the last couple months I haven't created any new coloring videos, I have gained quite a few new subscribers. So that's been very, very nice. So thank you guys for that. Welcome to my channel. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in, I guess, a little bit. And hope that I remember to move my paper. I'm gonna leave this area right here alone because I am gonna come in and add some cheek color, and there's no need to lay down another layer of pencil there underneath. So the only thing I don't like about that sharpener is it takes two hands to use it. You gotta hold the button down and then put the pencil in. But that's okay. Still a long way to go. Lots of different colors we're going to add. I'm debating if I want this little section here to be like a thick bit of hair or just two single strands. I think we might let that be thick, so I won't color into it. We're going to have to come in here and add some shadow for her necklace eventually. a delicate little thing, so hopefully I can make it stand out. Okay, did I get this side? Nope, I did not. Okay. All right, let me get the cheek color on there. We'll start with henna. I'll get that back here. Okay, and let's do some nectar. And then pink. Okay. Now I'm debating if I want to do my eggshell now, or if I want to put some Sienna Brown on here first. Let's put a little bit of Sienna Brown on here. This is going to be around the edges and the shadows mostly. And we'll probably add it again at some point, but let's put a little bit here. Okay, let's try some eggshell. And zoom out just a little bit here. Okay. So the eggshell is going on in a medium pressure. So I am going to use it to start blending some of these colors together. As well as adding that kind of nice glowy yellow. Alrighty, let us. Ooh, I'm having some interesting lighting shines Everything's shining on here, and I'm not used to. It's been a while since I worked in this room. Okay, so this is peach. And I'm just going to kind of put this around the outer edges. Well, in the darker areas, I guess is what I mean. I feel like I need a little bit more shading in here around her nose. And maybe in here. Her skin down here on her body was feeling a little bit too light. Okay. I think I'm going to use Chestnut again. I'm going to throw my little black nostril in here. A little more shadow in here. Sometimes when you go over those your darker colors that you put down in the beginning with the light peach. It covers them up a little bit too much. And then I want to go in and add it again in certain areas just to intensify the shadows a little bit more. I'm not crazy about what that looks like, but I'm not sure how to fix it, so I like it. This is Espresso, which might be a mistake. I don't know. I'm just going to add a tiny bit. And maybe some white. Okay, I'm going to add some more white to the tops of her cheekbones. Now, I wouldn't be able to do this on white paper. If I were to go in now and try and add more white on white paper, it would not take. I don't know if it's the color of the paper or the tooth of the paper, but that's one of the things I love about this, is that I can go back in and add more white whenever I want. Okay, before I do the last bit of blending on this, I think I want to add some either black grape or espresso. I think we're going to do black grape because she's more of a fantasy character, and I think we can benefit from some other color. Boy, I hope you guys aren't getting the weird lighting that I feel like I'm getting. Alrighty, I think I'm going to take my blender out now. Soon. Let's see what we can do with the blender. Okay, am I going to cover up too much with this? It's a little short, but I should use my brush, but I don't have it in here. I'm going to try and blend slowly rather than fast so you can see it. Yeah, my hand is in the way. Okay, I'm going to try and put this in a on. I love these things. Let's see if we can get better now. Yeah. Okay, that's better. It just smooths everything so nice. Nicely. Feel pretty good about this. Let's do her lips. And then we'll go from there. So we need white. And let's see, I might just do a little bit right there. And then I always, and I don't know why, but I like the way Nectar looks as the base for just about every color of lip. So we're going to do Nectar. Okay, what color are we going to do her lips? Let's try mahogany red, maybe. try and, I say try because I don't always do it, but try and do your lines in the direction that the lips would go rather than circles. And do lots of little strokes to fill the color in. And also remember to curve those lines because your lips are rounded, so you don't want straight lines. You want curved lines that would accentuate the roundness of the lip. Okay, then I think I'm going to take some black very, very lightly. I mean, you can really go overboard with the black if you're not careful. I've done it, and then she winds up looking like she got beat up. So just a little bit. We're just trying to darken what we have here, not really add black color, if that makes sense. Now she's got these little dimples, and I'm afraid if I do black, that'll be too dark. So we'll go back to my chestnut. Just put a little light. It's a little bit better. And just a little bit of black. Good. I'm using my blender again because I feel like I didn't do a very good job right there. I may want to come in with some espresso in her skin in some places here after I get her eyes done. I'm not sure. Maybe right underneath this frog. We might need some more. Okay, so let's do her eyes. And what have I got going on here? Hang on. Not sure what. It's just a little darker dot than everything else for some reason. Okay, so I'm thinking about green eyes and brown hair, since we're going to have green in the leaves and green frog. I think green eyes will look pretty. So let's figure out what colors we're going to use for that. love my charts. I know some people don't need a chart. They know their colors so, so well. But I am a visual girl. So zoom out. Okay, I think I want to use a little bit of Celadon green for the lighter parts. I'm not sure how dark I want to go with the green. Maybe we'll pull Kelly. And what is this? Kelp. All right, let's pull some Kelly. I may not like Kelly. We'll see. Where is it? There. Okay. So let's start with the Celadon. What a nice point that is. Look at that. Okay. So she's done a beautiful job. These big eyes are so fun when you have room to play with your colors. So I'm just going to do some lines running out from the pupil on the bottom edge. And we'll just keep building up color until we get to where I think we're going to like it. So what is this? This is the Kelly green. And then let's do the Kelp Green on the outside going in. Can you see? Let me switch this out. I really should buy a whole bunch of these so that I don't have to trade. Okay. I like the combination of the slightly bluey green and then this real yellowy green. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, I'm going to take this pale sage. Not sure. I think just on the bottom a little bit. let's go ahead and get the black in. Now you could cover up her highlight, or you can use it. It's nice and big, so it's easy to keep. Sometimes on small picks, I just cover up the highlight and add it again myself because it's easier that way, but now that pupil looks way bigger than this pupil does, and maybe that's just an illusion. Yeah, probably it's just an illusion. Okay, I'm going to use a blender pencil on the black because I don't want to keep adding more and more and more black because it's not necessary, but I want to smooth this out, so just do that. And let's go ahead and just get the white in. I think I want Espresso on the very edge of the iris. And maybe really lightly shade it in. I'll know if I like that color after I get the darks into the eye. So let's take our Nectar. And I think some mahogany red. Just a touch, not, we don't want our eyes to look bloody. We just, okay, and then we're gonna need some gray right in the very corners. Now that gray rounds out the eye and helps to make it look more three-dimensional. Okay, she definitely needs some eyelashes and some color. So let's start with Espresso rather than starting with black, because I think all of this is going to be dark. Well, it is. It's just, and I think we're going to have to come in and darken the tops of the iris better already. Okay. I think we're going to still use black, though, for the eyelashes. Get some of this out of my way here. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of this espresso in the crease. Okay, and I'm going to use some of it. Okay, let's break out the black. I think we'll do the, I guess we'll do the lashes. I'm not sure if I want to use this Prisma for the lashes, though. Do I have any other black? No, I guess it'll be okay. It's soft, but I think it'll be all right. The eyes are big enough that I think it can. Okay, I'm going to come in. And I'm going to go very lightly over the tops, right under where the lashes were, to give a shadow. Just blending that out. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the Prisma Black is not, it's so soft. Okay, I'm gonna go get a different black and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got both the Arteza Black and the Polychromos Black because they're both harder than the Prisma, so I kind of wish I would have done that first. I mean, it's not terrible. This one eyelash bugs me a little bit, but I guess that's not, yeah, I'll live. So this is the Arteza Black. can probably switch back to the Prisma Black now because we don't need that sharp line anymore. That bugs me, and I'm afraid to, and we can add more to this side. Don't you hate it when that happens? I do. Okay, I guess it's not so bad. I just need to get over it. Okay, let's add that. Since we did it on this side, you could also use, you know, like a charcoal gray for that shading. That works. Okay, let's do her Arteza. Any other black you have that's not Prisma. It is a bad habit that I have where I just get, I just use whatever's in front of me, whatever I have in front of me. And I need to try and remember to pull out my other blacks when I'm doing fine detail work. Okay, let's give her a little bit more. I'll try and make this the same. Okay, well that doesn't look too bad. Do we need to add a little bit more something to her eyes? What? This is Nectar. It's pretty good. And let's get her eyebrows in because that always bugs me when they're too light. Okay, so we're going to do dark hair, so I'm going to go ahead and do dark eyebrows. Part of me wonders if eyebrows should have a highlight like hair does. So, I'm just going to put a teensy little bit of lighter hairs right at the top. I should probably sharpen this, even though it looks like it's really sharp. Hair always does better with a really sharp tip. All right. Debating on what I think about the lips, if I want them to be a little bit pinker or a little bit darker. This is pink. Yeah, good. All right, let's zoom out a little bit here. So there's our girl, our little fairy. I think I'm happy. You know, she had these little fairy dots on her skin. You can see, you know, like there's some here and there's some here. It's almost like they're little just fairy lights. I don't think I'm going to put those in until the end. And we may come in and do that with some Posca. But I think other than that, I'm pretty happy with how she looks. So I think we'll stop the video for today. And I will be back next time and we'll do her hair and probably the frog and the snail, I would think. I don't think her hair will take. Okay, seriously, how is it? It's like a personality trait with me that I cannot ever seem to remember to do the ears. Crazy, just absolutely crazy. You guys probably don't need to see me doing this, but it won't take very long to knock out, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I, time after time after time, forget to do those ears. And always wind up having to go back. It's like a mental block. I don't know. Crazy. But it's like you do the ears and it's like all of a sudden, oh yeah, she's a little elf. Okay, this is Chestnut. Silly. Okay, this is Sienna Brown. And let's see, we're going to probably need some espresso. And I think peach. Should we do a teeny little bit of pink on the very tips or the very top? Just looks like it might not be dark enough. But we could call it the light is hitting it, I suppose. This light peach really shows up very, very light on this paper. Not nearly as light on regular white paper for some reason. Okay, there we go. There is our little elf. So that will be it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. Thanks for bearing with that long time between videos. I'm not going to let that happen again. So I will see you in a few days. And until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.